when we talk about Glen Scotia, that big Campbelltown character comes through as three main elements: the oily, thick, oily mouthfeel, overripe fruit character, and a salty maritime note. And with each of the whiskies that you make that we'll taste tonight, we'll talk through one element of that signature character.
I'm Kevin, brand manager for Glen Scotia. I know quite a lot of faces in the room, and you ones as well. It's great to see everyone coming along tonight. I'll have a fun evening. We're going to go through a lot of sessions that will be at the Malts Festival Campbelltown in May. So kind of mini version of it, give you guys a flavour of what to expect if you can make the journey to Campbelltown in May.
Limited editions have got a real part to play in a range. A core range of whiskies for a brand really defines what you are. It defines what the distillery is. It's got to talk to that distillery character. It's got to embody what your distillery is, and that's what people expect from it. But your limited editions are your opportunities to stretch those boundaries a little bit, to really kind of push out beyond that. It's your permission to play a little bit. And for me, I think the best ones are where there's celebrations of, whether it's people, whether it's events, whether it's like things like in our Beg's case where they just left the fermentation tank open for too long. But it created something interesting, it created a point of difference. So we do two special editions per year. We do our Icons of Campbelltown towards the tail end, and then also we do our Campbelltown Rice Fest. The big thing about the Campbelltown Malts Festival is it allows us to take that celebration of the wee town, of the spirits from that wee town, the history of that wee town, and also take it globally. One of the questions we ask quite a lot is about the age. So obviously a lot of the limited editions, specifically around the Campbelltown Malts Festival, are below 10. Two reasons for that. One, we don't have masses of volumes, as we are. When Ian McAllister started 17 years ago, we were producing 70,000 litres of alcohol in a year. We're now at the stage where we're producing in the region of 850,000 litres of alcohol in a year. But obviously that's been a gradual process, and a lot of that has been aging through that period. So as time goes on, we will unlock bigger and bigger parcels of some of these older liquids. So some of the younger liquids, it's where we have that room to grow. But the flip side to it is, and I'm very biased on it, I think some of the young, and specifically the peaty Glen Scotias, are magnificent. 53.9, so cask strength, natural colour, non-chill filtered. We're in terrible lighting for it, so it also looks a bit orange under the orange lights. But it's got that beautiful pink hue to it now. It's from that 6 months in the 24. I will forever tip my hat to Corey and the team in terms of the blending, the maturation, and the finishing across the Glen Scotia range. For me is exemplary. The balance is a word that we come back to time and time again. And the thing that kind of stands out for me the most is that first sip on the palate. If you'd given me that blind, I would say 48, 40 prime. There is not a chance in the world I'm saying that to you that's 54% alcohol.
Hi, I'm Ashley Smith and I'm the Master Blender for Glen Scotia, and tonight we're trying our Campbelltown Malts Festival limited release. So for 2026 we've got a 7-year-old Glen Scotia. This time it's medium peated, which is very rare for us. We only run peated spirit for a maximum of 4 weeks of the year, and it's elected to be finished in first fill ruby port hogsheads, so loads of vibrant fruit character in this dram. We've got that Glen Scotia character, that underlying salinity, the oiliness that is Campbelltown in a glass. The peat is soft, the embers are really smoky at the back of the dram, and then with that ruby port, lashings of vibrant berries. Slanjava.
So why did you choose ruby port? Because we talked tonight a little bit about tawny port versus ruby port. Why ruby port?
Why ruby port? With this limited edition, I really wanted to balance that salinity, that oiliness that is synonymous with Glen Scotia, with a real vibrant fruit character. And with ruby port, that gives us that in abundance. The way that ruby port is produced, there's real lovely natural sugars in there. That cherry note, the blackcurrant, really balances well with the savoury Glen Scotia base character.
And is this the first one you've done?
This is, yeah. So I took on the mantle of Master Blender just over a year and a half ago, and so this was the first festival release that I've fully had a hand in. I really took inspiration from one of our first festival releases, which was back in 2018, which was also a peated port, and it was one of my absolute favourites. So I wanted to really pay homage to one of our original releases, and was quite selfish because it's one of my favourite flavour profiles, is that sweet peat and vibrant fruit character.
And for anyone coming down to Campbelltown in May for the festival, what can they expect?
It's full on, it's fun. The community spirit during the Malts Festival is incredible. Tonight we've had a little bit of a preview of some of the sessions that we're going to be running. So our big Campbelltown character session, which we celebrate our newly released Glen Scotia 12-year-old. I've gone through a port-to-port session, which delves into Campbelltown's maritime trading past and those maritime trading casks that we still use in our core range whiskies today. And then we've got our deconstructed festival as well. So Gary went through the base spirit of Glen Scotia, the peated spirit, and also the influence of the ruby port on our whisky. So it's there's just loads going on. It's great fun. We've got live music, tastings, and just enjoying the wee town. So yeah, it's great.
Well, I've been driving tonight, so I will be there to have some drams.
Yes, definitely get yourself along, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy loads more drams when we roll up in May.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.